Hey everyone, I'm Dan, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Security Evolution. And so, a little bit about me. I've spent more than 2 decades designing and deploying security technology for some of the world's largest organizations. And I believe these technologies can make us safer. However, it's important to believe that they deserve scrutiny when they become powerful enough to impact and affect everyone's privacy. And so today we're going to look at a video regarding Flock safety. And Flock is a company that has quietly built one of the largest vehicle surveillance networks in the United States. So the question today isn't whether this technology works, it's whether how well we understand it and how it's being used and who has access to it. Let's take a closer look at today's video together.
You are being spied on by their cameras in America right now. There's a free website where you can type in your own license plate and find out exactly which police departments have searched for you, when, and how many times, even if you've never been arrested, never been suspected, never done anything wrong. It's called Have I Been Flocked? And it exists because of a camera network so massive it's already scanned your car more times than you can count. This isn't a red light camera. This isn't a speed trap. This is a private company most Americans have never heard of. And it has already logged over 200 million searches on nearly 5 million license plates. Some of those searches weren't about crime at all. Some of them were officers looking up to their exes. The company is called Flock Safety, and its cameras are now mounted on more than 80,000 poles across the country. Every time your car passes one, it photographs your plate, your car's color, your make and model, and anything that makes your vehicle identifiable: a dented bumper, a roof rack, a faded sticker. Flock calls this a vehicle fingerprint. It says it never uses facial recognition and never touches biometric data. Technically true, but a plate, a color, and a dent are enough to rebuild someone's entire driving life without ever needing their face. An old traffic camera only turns on when a law is broken. A Flock camera turns on the second your car exists on the road, guilty or not. Here's the part that should stop you. This data doesn't stay local. It feeds into one searchable national database, and an officer in Florida can pull up where your car was driving in Massachusetts without a warrant, without probable cause, without you ever knowing it happened. In Dallas alone, police now have access to more than 600 of these cameras, backed by a $5.7 million 3-year contract signed this year. And the misuse isn't hypothetical. The Institute for Justice has documented officers using this exact system to track romantic partners, exes, and complete strangers, 21 confirmed cases and counting. Investigations have tied Flock searches to immigration enforcement sweeps and reproductive health-related cases. One search, one click. No one has to explain why they wanted to know where you were. It doesn't stop at police departments either. HOAs, Walmart parking lots, private property owners, they can all lease these same cameras, and everything they capture can feed into the same nationwide network a police department is searching. Your neighborhood association could be quietly plugged into a federal scale surveillance system. Here's where it escalates further. The FBI has already put out a solicitation asking for a contractor that can give the Bureau access to the country's entire license plate camera network, most of it built by Flock. What started as a local tool for solving stolen cars and break-ins is quietly becoming the backbone of a nationwide tracking system, one contract at a time. People are starting to push back hard. Since the start of this year, dozens of cities have canceled their Flock contracts outright. Bend, Oregon shut theirs down. Dane County, Wisconsin voted almost unanimously to cut the funding entirely. Flagstaff walked away. A judge in Washington ruled that flock footage counts as public record, and departments shut the cameras off rather than release the files. This isn't a left versus right issue. Privacy advocates on every side of the political spectrum are calling this the same thing, a surveillance dragnet with no warrant required. Flock's defense is that data gets deleted after 30 days by default and every search gets logged. But logged in isn't the same as being stopped. The scale alone, tens of billions of plate reads every single month, means the system was never built to be watched closely. It was built to watch. A camera used to mean someone was checking whether you broke a law. Now it means a company is quietly building a searchable map of everywhere you've ever driven and handing the keys to anyone willing to sign a contract. Go check Have I Been Flocked yourself. Then ask why nobody told you this existed in the first place. If this is the kind of story you want more of, subscribe to Security Evolution, because the cameras are getting smarter and so are we.
All right, so I hope you guys liked the video. So Flock Safety argues that these cameras help recover stolen vehicles, solve violent crimes, and protect communities. Critics, on the other hand, argue that the same technology could become one of the most expansive surveillance system networks ever deployed in the United States. So as with most security technology, the real question isn't whether the tool is good or bad, it's whether safeguards keep pace with the capability. So if you enjoy thoughtful, fact-based conversations around AI, surveillance, cybersecurity, and the future of security technology overall, make sure you guys subscribe to the Security Evolution. I'm Dan, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Take care.